Hey guys, I feel like it has been so long since we recorded a budget with us video, so I am here to do one today. Cody is gone away for work right now. He'll be back May 2nd or the first week of May. So it's just me, and it's going to be a quick one. We've had a lot going on and a lot of changes. We're actually taking the kids out of daycare. April is the last month for Freya, and then Gunner's going to be done in May. And we are moving in August, so we're going to be prepping for that as well. And we've made some changes to how our budget looks in YNAB. So I'm going to take you through budgeting this paycheck. We're missing a bit of money here as well because Cody had to take time off work because I was so sick. I couldn't eat for like 3 straight days. I barely left bed. He had to come home in the middle of a shift because he works out of town, and so we lost out on about $1,500 or $1,800 or something like that. So we have enough to get through, but it's not as much as we were hoping to budget with. And so this is just kind of us like picking up and trying to get back on track. So we have $314 going to daycare. Normally this would have been $688, but again, Freya's not going in May, so we're just paying for Gunner. Everything else has been paid for with the exception of our cell phone bills, so I will go ahead and top that up. And then that means all of April is taken care of, so now we can move on through over to May. So again, we won't need the daycare thing anymore because the kids aren't in daycare after that. We will have to fund our rent, our tenant's insurance, our life insurance, and then we get paid again on the 5th. So we only need to cover up until the 5th. And you'll see here $34.67 or 76 is all I have left. And that's okay because we actually have another $200 coming before the end of the month. And then I have a couple things around the house that I can sell. And so that'll be enough to kind of catch us up with the last little bit, because I'll need $5 more for the Apple One subscription, and then it'll just be groceries and gas for the first few days of May that I'll have to worry about. So I'm not too worried about this right now. We'll have a little bit of overtime on the May 5th paycheck, which will really help us out, and we'll have more money to work with. So now I want to talk about the changes that we made to our budget. And Cody and I, we used to have under nice to have, we would have like, dining out, spending money, entertainment, stuff like that. And then under sinking funds, we would have, what you would typically expect, which would be like vehicle maintenance, Christmas, medical, dental, clothing, that kind of thing. And so we kind of wanted to try something a little different. It's pulled and inspired from I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi, and there's actually a Netflix show now called How to Be Rich, and Ramit Sethi is the host of that one, and he teaches a lot of really great principles when it comes to finances and investing and building wealth. And one of the things that he talks about inside of his book I Will Teach You to Be Rich is this idea of really simplifying all of your finances and getting really clear on what are your non-negotiables, what is your rent, your utilities, your food, your gas, like what do you have to have in your account, what is your discretionary spending or your fund money, and what is going towards, extra debt payments and savings and investments. So Cody and I have put in here that we want to have, basically what we've done is we've taken all of our discretionary spending, so clothing, dining out, entertainment, toys for the kids, all of that, and we've just condensed it into 3 categories: his spending money, my spending money, and money for the kids. And that's it. So we've taken it from however many categories it was, I think it was 10 or 12, down to just these 3. And then sinking funds, same thing, and actually $500 is more than what we were putting to sinking funds before. But essentially, we're going to take $500 every month or more. The idea is to do 10% of our take home of our employment, which would be closer to about $650 a month. But $500 is our bare minimum, and that's just going to actually go right out of YNAB. We will budget for it in YNAB, but this is actually going to be in a savings account off budget. So we won't even see these numbers in YNAB, and I'm hoping that'll deter us from wanting to steal from these categories. One of the principles of YNAB is wham. And that's when you know, if you overspend in a certain category, you would pull the money out of another category to cover your spending. And Cody and I are notoriously bad for overspending on certain categories, like toys for the kids or, you know, dining out or something like that. And we'll just pull it from our sinking funds. We'll look at the Christmas fund and be like, oh, there's $200 in Christmas. We'll just pull out of there. Or, oh, we have, you know, $90 in vehicle maintenance. We'll just pull 20 bucks out of there. And that's a bad habit to be in. Yes, the whole point of this is that you can wham and that you can steal from other categories when you need to, but it shouldn't be a regular occurrence. And for Cody and I, it very much is. Like, we basically don't have sinking funds because we're constantly stealing from it. So we're hoping that by taking our sinking funds and our savings and moving it off budget, we will remove the habit of stealing from it, because we never check our bank account. All the spending we do, we look strictly at YNAB. The only time I look at my bank account is when I'm reconciling. I never look at it to be like, how much do I have to spend? So hopefully if I can move it off budget, out of sight, out of mind, we can actually build our savings. And again, the savings and sinking funds, this is money that would be set aside for things like investments, vehicle maintenance, vehicle registration, Christmas, our move coming up. And honestly, if we could just reliably save $500 a month or more and spend hardly any of it every month, if any at all, it would be perfect. It would be great. So that's the plan. We've really simplified things. I've already gone through and done what Jessie calls a budget burn down, which is kind of how this budget was birthed. And I went through and we canceled so many things. Like we went through and canceled Netflix and Amazon Kids Plus and all these other subscriptions that we had. I went through and I called to try and get lower insurance for tenants insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, cell phone bills, utilities, like you name it. Unfortunately, I can't really get them any cheaper right now. We're kind of stuck with what we have, but that's okay. That's okay. And we can continue to cut as time goes down and continue to expand that gap to funnel more money into our savings and towards extra debt payments. So it's kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to stop this video here because I can hear Gunnar awake in bed singing the songs of his people and probably keeping his sister awake because they share a room. And my mom, paranoia or anxiety, will not let me relax or record the rest of this video so long as I can hear him in fear that they will need me. So, but that's it. The money is budgeted. I might do like a quick short video when we get that $200 in, a YouTube short or something like that, just showing how we allocate that money. And otherwise, you guys will see us back here on May 4th, 5th, whatever that Friday is, and Cody will be back and Cody will be with me. So we've missed you guys. Thank you for hanging out. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I'm Val, my husband Cody and I, we share videos. Every time we get paid, we took a little hiatus there for a month or two, but every time we get paid, we go through and show you how we, you know, budget out our paychecks, our journey towards saving and paying down debt, the conversations that we have around finances and budgeting as a married couple, and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and otherwise I will chat with you guys next week. Is it payday yet? Bye.